world doesn't end with an explosion. It ends with a whisper, a glitch, a signal dropping.
This is a national emergency. All radio stations and this is...
Leave the World Behind, a 2023 film, is a psychological thriller about uncertainty, paranoia, and the terrifying moment you realize the collapse has already started. You just haven't seen it yet. There's no villain, no monster, just fear, technology, and the slow unraveling of trust between strangers trapped in the same nightmare. This is a story about the end of the world, happening quietly, inside a vacation home. Let's break it down. The movie begins with a family craving escape. Amanda and Clay, a middle-aged couple from Brooklyn, rent a luxury home on Long Island for a weekend getaway. They're tired, disconnected. Amanda is cynical and suspicious of the world. Clay is gentle, optimistic, almost overly so. Their kids, Archie and Rose, are glued to screens like every modern family. They want rest, quiet, normalcy. And for a few hours, they get it. The beach is empty. The sun sets peacefully. A deer walks across the lawn. Everything feels perfect. Too perfect. Late at night, there's a knock. A deep, heavy knock that doesn't belong in a vacation house in the middle of nowhere. On the doorstep are two strangers. G.H. Scott, a distinguished, calm man in a tuxedo, and his daughter Ruth, tense, observant, and ready to fight if she needs to. They claim the house is theirs, that they fled Manhattan after a massive blackout. They want shelter. Nowhere else is safe. Amanda doesn't believe them.
She sees danger.
An attack. A threat disguised as politeness. Clay wants to trust them. He always wants to trust. The power is out. Cell service is collapsing. And the world outside the house, something is wrong. But no one knows what. By morning, the world feels off. Phones still don't work. Wi-Fi is dead. The family hears a thunderous noise that shakes the trees, but the sky is clear. Archie's phone glitches. Words vanish. Images distort. A ship runs aground on the beach, slamming into the sand with no explanation. It's chaos, disguised as quiet. Clay decides to search for information, driving toward town. What he finds is worse than nothing. Empty roads, abandoned cars, a woman screaming incoherently at the sky. A radio signal plays broken Spanish. Nobody knows where the danger is coming from. Digital, biological, political. The world is glitching like a corrupted file. And every second, it gets worse. On the property, something strange happens. A herd of deer, dozens of them, gather silently around the house. They stare, motionless, eyes wide. Animals sense danger long before humans do. The Scott and Sanford families watch the deer in terror, unsure if this is nature seeking refuge, or if nature is running from something. The tension between the families grows. Amanda still doesn't trust G.H. and Ruth. Ruth senses racism hidden beneath Amanda's concerns. Clay tries to stay hopeful, but every attempt to find help ends in confusion. Archie becomes violently ill, bleeding gums, fever, shaking. Is it radiation, poisoning, a virus, or psychological collapse? No one knows, and the fear of the unknown eats away at whatever unity these people could have had. One of the film's most unsettling moments comes as G.H. explains what he believes is happening. Not a natural disaster, not an alien attack, but a coordinated destabilization. The kind governments start overseas, now turned inward. Step 1, isolation. Shut down communication. Step 2, chaos, planes falling, systems failing, cities paralyzed. Step 3, psychological warfare. Let fear turn citizens against each other. Step 4, civil collapse. Let people destroy themselves from within. Whether he's right or wrong isn't the point. The terror comes from uncertainty, from the realization that this collapse has no face, no enemy, no clear threat. Just the slow, perfect disintegration of everything we rely on. The families start turning on each other. Amanda accuses the Scotts of lying. Ruth accuses Amanda of fearing the wrong people. Trust evaporates. And that's the real weapon of the film. When danger is invisible, everyone becomes a suspect. The noise returns. A high-pitched screech that rattles the walls. A plane, massive, military, out of control, spirals overhead. It crashes in the woods above them, exploding into a fireball. The impact shakes the ground like an earthquake. The characters are frozen in fear. They've never been closer to death. But this isn't an attack. It's a symptom. Machines failing, pilots losing control, systems breaking down. The crash is a message. The world is no longer safe, even from itself. Rose, the youngest, becomes obsessed with finding a TV. Any TV? Because she just wants to watch the last episode of Friends. A child's need for normalcy becomes tragic. Even as the world falls apart, she clings to routine. It's her way of saying, if I can finish this episode, everything will be okay. GH brings the families to a friend's bunker-like home, someone wealthy, paranoid, and prepared for scenarios like this. But even this sanctuary is not a sanctuary. Sirens echo in the distance. A chemical alert blares from unseen speakers. The sky outside glows with distant explosions. Archie's condition worsens, and the family realizes they may run out of time before the world does. Rose sneaks away, desperate to find a working television. In a sprawling underground room, she finds one, and it's playing Friends reruns stored on a DVD set. She sits down and presses play. Outside, the world collapses. Inside, a child watches a sitcom to survive. It's perhaps the most haunting metaphor in the movie. When everything familiar dies, humans cling to the smallest scraps of comfort, even if that comfort is an old TV show about nothing. Leave the World Behind isn't a movie about the cause of collapse. It's a movie about the psychology of collapse. The systems we depend on, technology, government, communication, are fragile. And when they break, humans fall apart just as easily. The film explores paranoia, fear of what we can't see, distrust, strangers becoming threats, privilege, wealth as illusion, not protection, isolation, each family trapped in their own assumptions, the fragility of normal life. The deer represent nature sensing disaster before humans do. The glitches represent society, breaking down digitally before it breaks down physically. The plane crash represents systems we trust failing catastrophically. And Rose watching Friends represents the human instinct to escape disaster through familiarity. But the most important theme, collapse is never sudden. It's slow, quiet, creeping, and by the time you notice it, it's already too late. Leave the World Behind is not an apocalypse movie. It's a mirror, a warning about our dependence on fragile systems and our even more fragile trust in each other. When the world ends, it won't be loud. It will be silent, subtle, invisible, until it's all-consuming. Thanks for watching The Pulse Movie. Subscribe for more psychological thrillers, modern suspense, and mind-bending mysteries. Explain, one heartbeat at a time.